Good morning, guys. It's very, very seldom that I do a video in the morning time. I've literally had maybe 3 sips of coffee, so kind of half asleep. As a former DJ and musician, my voice is probably not all waxed out and on wax like it normally is after talking all throughout the day. But just wanted to do a quick update here. So I stayed at 2 grams last night, or for the whole day, rather, 2 grams. I didn't sleep quite as well last night as I did the first 2 nights, because I made a good 2 gram jump. I kind of just skipped 3 grams. I think I might have went one day on 3 grams, but I was on 4 grams for probably a good close to a week. Then I kind of skipped the 3 gram mark and dropped it straight down to 2 grams, where I've been the last 3 nights. So you know what they say, there's that 48-hour mark where you think you're good first night, think you're good the second night, and then the third night, as your body filters out anything left that you might have had stored in terms of taking the 4 grams on a regular basis, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, I'm starting to feel it. Now, I only felt minimal discomfort. It was very minimal. It wasn't, I wasn't rolling around, just wailing in the bed. Oh my God, it's terrible. Couldn't keep my legs still. Couldn't stay asleep but for a couple of minutes. It was nothing like that. It wasn't that bad. It was minimal discomfort. And by minimal, I mean a little bit of the alien chest. I've talked about the alien chest, where you feel like there's this presence inside you where it just kind of is trying to crawl out of you. That's the best way I know how to describe the feeling to someone who's never been through some sort of opiate withdrawal. It's a very difficult feeling to describe. It's almost like you're just not in your own skin. Like it's you, but you're in someone else's body and you're just trying to climb out. And that's the feeling that you get, almost that there's a foreign presence inside you. So you just don't feel comfortable inside your own skin and inside your own body. And it especially tends to manifest like in the core, like especially in the chest area, which, speaking completely transparently, can be quite, disruptive to a lot of people and quite scary to a lot of people who may have never experienced anything like that. Especially if you're somebody my age, I stay in good shape and everything, but 48 years old, you start having a lot of discomfort in your chest. What's the first thing you think? Yeah. I don't even have to say it. It's the first thing you think. You're thinking you're having that, oh, my heart. You think you're having that. Anyway, that's kind of besides the point. So, one of the things I wanted to discuss this morning, and it's going to be brief, are drug dreams. So for the first time last night, well, the first time that I remember anyway, since starting this taper, and especially now that I'm down to a really, really low amount, I had my first drug dream last night. And I dreamt that I was at this pool party, and it was a pool party of a place that I'd never been before. My wife was there, a bunch of other people were there. And in the dream, this is in the dream, right? In the dream, my thought process was, well, I'm not going to take any Kratom with me because my wife told me that this girl whose house that we're going to takes a ton of Kratom. She has Kratom all over the place, which, you know how dreams are weird. And while actively using Kratom, I would have never just, oh, she's got Kratom, I just won't bring any of my own. I would have always had Kratom with me. But it was a dream. It was a dream. You do stupid things in dreams, and dreams do not tend to flow as though reality flows, right? So anyway, we're at this pool party. This girl supposedly has some Kratom, whatever. At one point, I saw it, but I guess I didn't need it at that moment. Maybe I'd already taken some or whatever it is. Go throughout the rest of the dream, and it's a bunch of just randomness. People in a pool, like all sitting together. So, dreams are weird. We're sitting together, but we're like facing one another. We're almost all in the pool like a bunch of sardines. Like, it's just stupid. I have no idea why. And then, so after we get out of the pool, my wife and I are having a discussion, and apparently I'm supposed to drive up north that night. You know, I'm in North Carolina, which is right smack dab in the middle of the East Coast. And my wife's family is from up north, like New York, Connecticut, you know, something like Maine. I think she might even have some family in Vermont up there. So she's way, way up north. And supposedly, I was supposed to drive up north for something. And so I get out and I start looking around, and I'm like, where's this? And it is cold as freaking 1,000 yards under the sea right now. And I get up and I start looking for this ever elusive Kratom this person's pool party that I'm at is supposed to have. I'm like, where's this Kratom at? My wife's like, I don't know. And I'm looking for the Kratom, looking for the Kratom. And then we start having this discussion about me driving that far by myself. And my wife, in typical my wife fashion, is like, oh, I'm scared for you to drive all the way by yourself. And so-and-so's doing it. There was somebody else as part of her family that was doing it. She was like, they're doing it, but they're stopping a couple of times along the way, and they're with someone. They're not by themselves, so they can switch off drivers. And they're retired, so they don't have anything to worry about. They can get sleep whenever they get a chance. I just don't want you doing that by yourself. And what I start thinking to myself, which is quite funny. What's up, Popo? What I think about to myself is something that I would actually have thought in real life regarding Kratom, and it's kind of funny. So she didn't want me to drive because she was concerned about my safety, you know, driving 11, 12 hours because that's about how far it is to get up north from where I live. She didn't want me driving all the way that way by myself. And my thought process with it was, and I don't have any Kratom. This chick was supposed to have some Kratom. Where's the Kratom? I didn't bring any Kratom because I thought this chick had some Kratom. And now I don't have any Kratom. I definitely ain't driving no 10, 11 hours without Kratom, you know. And I wasn't, you know, it's one of those things where in real life, you just stop and get some Kratom, dude. You know, there's Kratom everywhere. There's 1,000 head shops within a 10-mile radius in just about every city on the eastern seaboard. I mean, I don't even know of any states on the East Coast that have really outlawed it yet. I mean, all the ones I know is completely legal to go in and get anywhere. Which, we talked about this, that's part of the problem with Kratom, I think. It's unregulated nature, and the fact that people can take as much as they want for as long as they want, and there's no policing of it. And by policing, I don't mean cops necessarily, because it's a legal substance, so the cops wouldn't be involved in it. But when I say policing, you know, there's no chaperoning. There's no one to stand guard and stand by. There's no person to regulate, to lay down the gauntlet and say, damn, bro, you seem to be taking too much of that. How you feeling? Are you addicted? Are you having physical withdrawal symptoms? Are you this? Are you that? Are you depressed? Damn, sister, you seem to be taking a lot of that Kratom here recently. You know, you've shown up here at the same store, you know, 4 times this week buying those extracts. Are you sure you're good? You don't have any of that. You don't have any of that. You know what you have? You have some 19, 20-year-old kid who's swallowed about 20 THC gummies, who's like, what's up, man? What can I get for you? Oh, cool, man. 4 Kratom shots. Yeah. Cool, man. Anything else? All right, have a good day, bro. That's what you get when you go to these head shops. I was fucking around one time and saying stuff like that about people at head shops, and somebody jumped on the channel and made a laughy face and said they actually worked at a head shop, and I was like, oh, I hope I did not offend you. It's just me making a joke. It's just me highlighting the fact that where you buy this stuff, there's nobody there who's going to stop you from buying absolutely as much Kratom as you want to buy, right? Which can be a problem for an addicted user. I think we all can agree on that. And I think it contributes to, you know, where we're at with Kratom in this country and how it's become this kind of issue in a lot of circles. So I'm definitely not trying to offend anyone. If you work at a head shop, job is a job. You got to have a job. You got to make money. And I would like to add, just for the sake of it, I've known plenty of people that worked at head shops that weren't that 20-year-old kid who had swallowed about 10 THC gummies. I know a couple that I've known a couple that were that way, but not every head shop employee is a stoner. Not every head shop employee is an irresponsible individual. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. I've met both. Hell, I work in a professional environment, and I work with some people who seem very irresponsible. You know, I work with, well, no, let me not go there, because somebody inevitably will find out where I work, and they'll be like, oh, for real? So-and-so does? Okay. And, you know, I don't like to drag my workplace into my bullshit that I'm doing on the side. But anyway, drug dreams, they are coming. They are coming for you. If you are getting off of something like Kratom or anything else, drug dreams are coming. It's a common thing, and it'll probably take place for a while. It'll probably take place months after you've already quit. You'll probably have some random drug dream. And I used to have those too when I came off of pills back in the day, Percocets. Man, I had dreams about me like rustling through random people's medicine cabinets and trying to find pills and this and that and the other. It was out of sight, man. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Love you very much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not, and leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're at in your whole process. No judgment. All right, see you guys next time. Peace.